We will discuss torque developed on an electric dipole placed in a uniform electric field. What is dipole? The two equal and opposite charges. Let us consider this is minus q charge and this one is plus q charge. This point is A and this point is B. The length of the dipole is 2L. The direction of dipole movement will be from negative to positive as we have learnt earlier. So that is P vector. Suppose this dipole is placed within an electric field, uniform electric field E, making an angle theta with the dipole. The dipole moment or the dipole makes an angle theta with uniform electric field. Uniform electric field means everywhere the field direction is same and field magnitude is same. So here field is E, here also field is E, here also field is E. Field is E means their unit positive charge is there. But as here plus Q charge is there, force direction is equal to electric field into charge placed. Here a charge placed is plus Q. Field direction, force direction will be along the direction of electric field. There will be two forces here. If a charge is placed within an electric field, it will experience a force. Why it is so? Because rest charge produces an electric field. Placed in another electric field, there will be interaction between the two electric field, which will give rise to a force experienced by the charge. So, when a rest charge is placed in an electric field, it will experience a force whose magnitude is equal to EQ, whose direction is governed by the direction of electric field and the sign of the charge. As electric field is along I cap and here the charge is plus Q, force will be along the direction of electric field. Here the force, the magnitude is EQ along the direction of electric field I cap because electric field is along I cap. Here another force will be experienced. Here the field direction is I cap but the charge is minus Q. The force direction will be along minus I cap. So the magnitude of force will be Q and the direction is minus I cap. The condition for coupler torque is if two equal and opposite forces act on two different line of action of force, then it will constitute a torque. As the two forces are acting on different line of action and their magnitude are equal and direction is opposite. Three conditions. Number one, the magnitude of two forces must be equal. Number two, direction of two forces are opposite. Number three, they must be acting on two different line of action of a body. So, as three conditions are satisfied, it will constitute a torque, and that torque is nothing but the perpendicular distance into either of the force. Either force into perpendicular distance between two forces. One thing you remember, your net force acting on the system or acting on the body is zero because they are equal in magnitude and opposite in direction. So net translational force is zero. But net rotational effect is there because they act on two different line of action and their magnitude are equal and opposite. So either force is EQ and the perpendicular distance between the two forces is, this is 2L, this is AB, this one is let it be C, so SC, perpendicular distance is SC, that is equal to EQ, and this one is 2L, this is theta, this one is perpendicular for this theta angle, so this will be 2L sin theta. Otherwise sin theta is equal to, this is BC. Sin theta is equal to BC by AB, or BC is equal to AB sin theta, that is equal to 2L sin theta. So you just see here, this is Q into 2L. Q into 2L is otherwise called electric dipole moment. So E into P into sin theta. This is PE sin theta. Torque, magnitude. But torque is a vector. In the RHS, we got two vectors. P is one vector, that is electric dipole moment. E is another vector, that is uniform electric field. And fortunately, the angle between P and E is also theta, and sin theta comes in. Sin theta is there in the formula. So if two vectors are multiplied with their magnitudes and the sign of the angle between them, then that will be the cross product of two vectors, because the resultant is a vector. Resultant is a vector, two vectors which are multiplied, they are vectors, and angle between them is theta, and sin theta component is there. So definitely it will be a vector form and it will be a cross product. Then two possibility arises. One is P cross E, then E cross P. P cross E or E cross P. Now you see, when one force is acting here, another force acting here, these two forces will constitute the torque in clockwise sense. I am not talking torque in clockwise direction, this is clockwise sense. This dipole will be rotated in clockwise sense. When it will rotate in clockwise sense, the direction of torque will be inward normal to the plane containing P vector and E vector. When the sense is clockwise, the direction will be inward normal. If sense is anti-clockwise, the direction is outward normal. So, as the direction of torque will be inward normal, so we have to take either P cross E or E cross P. Two choices are there. One choice is correct, another choice is incorrect. Suppose we will take E cross P. The sense is coming anti-clockwise, the direction would have been outward normal, but actually the direction of torque is inward normal. So we must have to take P cross E. So torque in vector form. Vector form. Tau is equal to P cross E, that is equal to PE sin theta n cap. What is n cap? Unit normal vector which is perpendicular to plane containing P and E vector. Suppose this is P, this one is E, the sense is clockwise, the direction will be inward normal like this. This is n cap. Suppose this one is P vector, this is E vector, sense is anti-clockwise, the direction of torque will be outward normal. So one thing you be clear, the direction of torque is determined by the sense of P cross E. If the sense of P cross E is anti-clockwise, direction of torque will be outward normal. If sense of P cross E is clockwise, the direction of torque will be inward normal to the plane containing the two vectors. Now here some questions generally comes. Name the pair of vectors who are perpendicular to each other. Number one, torque and P. They are perpendicular to each other. You see, this is P vector, this is E vector, torque is coming like this. Torque and P vector are perpendicular to each other, and torque and E vector is also perpendicular to each other. So who are the two pairs? Torque and dipole moment are mutually perpendicular to each other. Number two, torque and electric field is mutually perpendicular to each other. Another pair is also perpendicular to each other, that is torque vector and plane containing P and E. P vector and E vector is also perpendicular to each other, but not necessarily P and E are perpendicular to each other. It may be perpendicular, but when it will be perpendicular, the angle theta will be 90. In that case, torque magnitude will be maximum. Now, number of cases will be arising. Number one case, if theta 0. Case 1, theta 0. Torque will be PE sin 0. It is 0 minimum. How the figure will be? This is the electric field, and if the dipole is here minus q, here it is plus q, this is also the direction of p, angle between them theta is 0, your torque also will be 0. Then second figure, second case, what is second case? Case 2, if theta is equal to 90 degree, then torque will be PE sin 90 maximum. How it will be? It looks like this. This is minus q, this is plus q, this is the direction of P, this is the direction of E, this angle is 90 degree. Here torque will be maximum. Third case, theta 180. Sin 180 is 0, so it will be 0. So that case will be like this. Little difference as compared to first one. Only thing, electric field here, minus charge will be here and plus charge will be here. The direction will be like this. This is P vector, this is E vector, this angle is 180 degree. Here also torque will be 0. So what conclusion drawn? And case 4, at what angle the dipole must be placed with the electric field so that torque developed will be half of the maximum electric field. Suppose it is asked. Again I am telling, at what angle the dipole must be placed with electric field so that it will have half the magnitude of the maximum torque developed. So means theta is equal to 30 degree. If theta will be 30, it will be PE sin 30. Sin 30 is half. So this will be PE by 2, that is torque maximum by 2. Then in this case, when the dipole is placed here, another question sometimes comes, if the dipole is placed like this, will it be stable? No. Why? Because it has a tendency to rotate in a clockwise sense. When it will rotate in clockwise sense, freely if it is rotated, if there is no friction, the dipole will rotate like this. When it will rotate to this position, that is called the equilibrium position or mean position, because of inertia of rotation, but because of moment of inertia, it will overshoot to this position and goes to in this way. So it will, again when it goes here, when the dipole is here, which charge? Just see here, when dipole is here, this one is plus q charge, this is minus q, the force will be in this direction, here the force will be minus I cap, here the force will be plus I cap. So again it will rotate in opposite direction, it will go rotate in anti-clockwise, overshoot the mean position, goes to the extreme upward inclined position. Again because of inertia, what is that? Restoring force by, because of another torque is developed in clockwise sense. So what will happen? In this way it will go on rotating like this, provided the dipole is free to rotate and without any loss of energy is there, loss of rotational energy is there, then it will go on oscillating. So the dipole will go on oscillating till it comes to rest, till it is damped. After damping, it will come back and it will remain along the direction of the electric field and becomes stable. Now, one of the numerical we can, any one of the numerical will work out related to this, then we will conclude. Suppose a dipole of charge 3 nanocoulomb, plus minus 3 nanocoulomb, is of length 2 centimeter, is placed at an angle 30 degree with uniform electric field 4 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per coulomb. What will be the torque developed on it? This is the dipole, this is minus q, this is plus q. It is making an angle 30 degree with uniform electric field, that is 4 into 10 to the power 5 Newton per coulomb, and the length of the dipole is 2 centimeters. Then what will be the torque developed? The magnitude of torque is PE sin theta. P is equal to Q into 2L into E into sin theta. Then what will the value? Charge is 3 nanocoulomb 10 to the power minus 9. 2L is 2 centimeter, convert into meter 10 to the power minus 2 meter, into E is 4 into 10 to the power 5 into sin theta is half. So to cancel 4 into 3 12, 9 to 11 minus 5 6, 10 to the power minus 6 Newton meter. But in this figure, if this is the figure, the direction will be 12 into 10 to the power minus 6 Newton meter. Direction, this is P direction, this is E direction. So sense is clockwise, inward normal to the plane containing P vector and E vector. Sometimes what is here, sometimes the question is asked, torque is given, either of one is not given here. P is sin theta torque. It's out of these four, suppose angle is not given, you can find out using these three. Suppose electric field is not given, other three are given, you can find out electric field. Suppose P is not given, torque, electric field and angle is given, you can find out. And now P E theta is given, torque can be found out. Thank you. Yeah, Baba.